Hang is up around 134 points.
Our healthcare economy is one of the largest in the world.
Transamerica has nixed a $2 billion pact with the company.
Nigerian currency Naira has weakened by almost 29% against the US dollar.
Jeffries, which has a buy call and a target price of 115 rupees.
We're up close to around 35 points. A good start for the Nifty.
I think if the Nifty heads, 10% higher from here, the mid caps are going to give you 25-30%.
May was better than April, and hopefully June will be better than May.
There is no provision for withdrawing the case. So law will take its own course.
FY22, we did a top line of close to around 334 crores.
Bank Nifty has been trending higher with gains of about 0.7%.
Right from Jan to May, exports and imports have been falling.
Continuous rainfalls due to Cyclone Biparjoy have led to massive waterlogging.
There hasn't been any let-up from the highs of today's trading session.
Good afternoon and welcome to the last hour. This is Closing Bell. We are coming to you live from the CNBC-TV18 Motilal Oswal studios. I'm Surabhi Upadhyay. With me, set for the last hour, getting into the weekend, is Nigel D'Souza here in the studios. And, of course, Mangalam joins us from the newsroom. Hi, guys. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Surabhi. Set for the last hour and set for the weekend as well. But the call this morning worked out, right? You need to stay long on the index. You need to buy into the index. And, even after yesterday's correction, it was more or less in line with what you're expecting, right? It was an expiry-related phenomena that did play out. So just running through trade setup, there's some writing being seen at around this 18,800 put, 18,700 put, which is good news. Even yesterday, we saw a fair bit of action out there. And that's why we said today, 18,650 needs to hold out, which did hold out. For the first few minutes, you did see some bit of a dip, but if you bought into the dip, you'll be happy because the Nifty is now up close to around 120 points odd. What's performed today? Yes, the banks performed, but before we get to the banks, the HDFC twins, they have done quite well. ITC as well has done well, and Reliance Industries is in there with a gain of close to around 1%. But what will be the clincher for the bulls today is if the Nifty Bank can get past that 43,850 odd mark. Yesterday, there was a fair bit of writing being seen at around that 43,500 call. If we can get past that 43,850 mark, I'll tell you what, we'll see a big spurt in the final hour of trade. So let's see how that goes. For the time being, the Nifty Bank, after quite a few days, finding its form and outperforming what the Nifty is doing as well, Surabhi. So things looking good.
Things are looking good, and it's bulls in control everywhere. I mean, here on our street, around the world as well. By the way, a lot of the Asian markets that were down in the first half of the session, even they reversed. I'm talking about the Nikkei, for instance. Hong Kong market closed up about 1% or so. Europe right now, very, very buoyant. If you're looking at the CAC, the DAX, these markets are at the highs of the session so far. Wall Street futures are positive. So we've got a good thing going as far as global equities are concerned. Well, for all practical purposes, about 80 points, counting down to that all-time high. May not happen today, this afternoon, but perhaps, the Nifty will keep its date with that level come next week. There we go. We are at the day's high and, barely, exactly 80 points away from that level now. It's been a good-looking screen. So some of the trends that Nigel was talking about, let's pull up the contribution chart. You have had all-round, well-rounded participation. The life insurance stocks really took off. I mean, you saw that conversation that Yash had with the management of HDFC Life. We'll keep getting you more snippets from that. But the life insurance space is, rock steady and solid. Reliance has led from the front. The banks came back with the bang today. HDFC Bank is on your screen. The others will come up as well. The other side is not bad. I mean, the reaction to TCS was more or less contained. You've got Tech Mahindra, Wipro losing a little bit. Infosys actually is gaining. So the market digested the TCS news very, very well. No problems there whatsoever. And then you have some profit taking continuing on the autos. Let's bring back the Bank Nifty tally. The Bank Nifty contributors. There's not a single stock on the downside. That's how strong the comeback has been after yesterday's sell down on the Bank Nifty. And pretty much all of them, SBI, ICICI, name it, all of them are stacked up on the green side of the screen. But let's not forget, the bigger party boys obviously are the mid caps and the small caps. And what a day we've had once again. It's a long, long list. I'll leave Mangalam to give us the headlights and the highlights. But I think I just want to talk about the listing as well, Mangalam. What a day. I mean, 45% and counting on the new kid on the block.
What a day indeed. I mean, they left some money on the table and the street lapped it up giving it 45% in terms of a premium today as well. That's the IQ stock that we're talking about. But it is a good-looking screen, and who knows, in the next 1 hour itself, we may hit a fresh record high. The reason why I say this is because, while the Nifty Bank is doing well, the Nifty is holding above 18,800 for such long a period after a very long time. Actually, it's holding on to these levels. And secondly, the fly in the ointment would have otherwise been the IT stocks, and the IT stocks, while they're still underperforming, the IT index has moved off the low, so they're not falling as much. In fact, from the lows, we've seen a near 0.5% recovery on the index itself. Individual stocks moving much better. The broader market's looking extremely strong as well. Not only is the mid-cap index closing in on a fresh record high out there, we have nearly 2,000 stocks advancing for just about 900 which are declining. And if you just look at a bunch of stocks which are doing well, I'm not even talking about the F&O stocks which are surging as we speak, Ashok Leyland, Hindustan Aeronautics, RBL Bank, ICICI Pru. Look at the cash stocks. We have Wockhardt, which is up 13%. Mazagaon Dock, the entire defense theme is doing extremely well. Mazagaon Dock is up around 12%. Giving it company from the defense pack is Garden Reach Shipbuilders, up around 8.5%. Bharat Dynamics was a big gainer yesterday, continues to gain today as well. Then you have Kalyan Jewelers. After that large trade that happened, that stock another 12% higher. And then a bunch of these dairy names too doing extremely well. Parag Milk had a big move in the last hour yesterday, large volumes as well. That continues to do well. And Indian Hotels, Kamath Hotels, I mean, it's all over the place. Everything is gaining, and the market's sustaining those gains. And the ones which were falling also are now recovering from the lows. So who knows? Is it a record high on this Friday afternoon at some point in time, or should we wait for Monday?
Well, let's see. I think the bulls have anyway, opened up the bubbly, if I could say that. They're not even waiting for that level anymore. This is a very buoyant-looking screen, whichever way you cut it. So let's go to Mitesh and get some calls in for the last.